Enjoyed his set last time he was here. Please put your hands together for Jeremiah Mark.
Early one morning the sun was shining and I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed that much, if her hair was still red. Parents said our life together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading down for the East Coast. God knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. Drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west, separated on the dark sad night, but the green it was best. She turned around and called for me as I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. Had a job in the Great North Woods, working as a cook for the spell. I never did like it all that much. One day the act just fell. So I headed out to New Orleans, where I was lucky to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of LaCroix. All the while I was alone, my past was close behind. I know a lot of women, but she had never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. Top of this place, I stopped in for a beer, kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. Later on when the crowd thinned out and I was just about to do the same, she was standing there and back in my chair said, tell me, don't I know your name? I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines of my face. Must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue. She lit the burner on the stove and offered me a pie. Thought you'd never say hello, she said, you look like a silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. Never one of them words rang true, glow like burning coals, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. Tangled up in blue, 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 tangled up in blue. phase and night, a revolution in the air. Then he started into dealing with slaves, and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. Later on, when the body fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I know how to do was keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled up in blue, 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 tangled up in blue. I'm going back again, I gotta get back to her somehow. All the people that we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they're doing with their lives. Me, I'm still on the road, heading for another dawn. Always did feel the same, just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue, tangled up in blue.